We've already showed you what the Next Generation calendar looks like, so now let's explore how we planned our spring sample morning schedule. Now we're providing you with a starting point, so please feel free to make this your own. We know how creative teachers can be. We want to keep this at about 15 minutes. So let's look at the first row. This is the beginning of my morning meeting. So the first thing I'm going to do is select a helper to investigate the weather and report back while the rest of the class is composing together the morning message. Once I've typed this in on Monday, I simply copy, highlight the rest of the rows, and paste. Now the only change I have to make now will be my helper dated. Look how easy that was. Since we're focusing on the spring, this will only take about 5 minutes, but every class is different, so this will vary. The second thing we will do is build the picture schedule, which will look slightly different from kindergarten to first grade, and this will take approximately 3 to 5 minutes. We are going to focus on first grade today. Therefore, we will use the time vocabulary within the questions. These are sample questions. Let your class be your guide as you plan appropriate questions for them. As the year progresses, you could even include a linear timeline using pictures or children's illustrations showing activities that have occurred throughout the week. Be sure to include any changes that are in the schedule, such as an assembly, for example. This would be an excellent time to do a turn and talk and discuss. However, turn and talk is an activity that you really need to practice and model so that they can make the most of your time. The next task we'll focus on will be a song or a poem, and this activity will take about 2 to 4 minutes. Get creative, but make it meaningful for your students. There are so many poems to choose from. However, you want to expose your kindergarten and first grade students to as much rich vocabulary as possible. The Next Generation standards have students asking and answering questions with prompting and support from the teacher. However, as the year progresses, our goal is to have students asking and answering questions independently. As we said in the previous video, you will first model and provide a lot of scaffolding, but remember to slowly pull those layers of scaffolding away. We have selected the poem The Pasture by Robert Frost due to the amount of rich vocabulary within it. This poem also takes place in the spring, and we want students to make the connection between the weather and the poem. Because of this, we felt it would take a week or more to explore this poem. Once students have mastered this poem, they'll create a visual interpretation of it. Depending on discussions and student interest, timing on this activity will vary as well. You may want to have students make a poetry book or even study Robert Frost himself and his other works. We hope this guide helps you as you plan your Next Generation morning meeting and calendar time. Thank you.